It's really important to understand that if you want to create an insanely successful online course, you got to follow a specific set of steps. Very important. So, here are the steps I want you to follow right now. The very first thing you need to do, and everything starts with the topic. You need to pick the perfect course topic. I don't care if you are a good orator, you know how to talk, you know how to razzle dazzle your students, whatever. But if you have a crappy course topic, you're not going to make it. Okay, very important. When we talk about course topic, we're talking about something where you are comfortable talking about. You don't have to be passionate about it, but you have to know what you're talking about. It's really important to have a clear idea about the stuff that you're talking about. It's very important also to make sure that you have a like the topic that you choose has to resonate with you. And when we talk about resonate with you, I'm talking about it can be your private life, it could be your professional life, it has to be your current or past experience, okay? And it can be anything. It can be anything. It can be about content creation, it can be about Microsoft Excel, it can be about mindfulness. It can be a yoga, photography. It could be about roller skating. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It's all about your experience. But it has to be perfect for you. When we talk about perfect for you, we're talking about you are able to talk about the topic with passion that your audience will feel. Because see, if you choose a topic just simply because you believe it's highly monetizable, because you are able to monetize it to actually scale your business, the audience sooner or later will find out. Hey, listen, we don't really think this orator, this teacher, this online course creator has a passion for the topic. Very important. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. And so when we love to have a conversation about those topics. So if you want to create an insanely successful online course, you need to pick the perfect course topic. Second, you need to ensure your course idea has high market demand. Very important, because if you pick a topic that is very that has high potential, but nobody's actually looking for it, that is not looking for that topic right now, you are wasting your time. Okay, so think about what topic people are asking about. People are searching for online. You want to validate demand for your online course. Very important. Okay, are people searching for your topic and asking questions? Questions, questions, questions. Those are important elements. And one thing I want to say clearly here is that you need to be sure that you validate and constantly validate. This is not just a one-time validation. It has to be continuous. Okay. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm talking to you about how to create an insanely successful online course. It's really important after you picked the perfect course, you ensure that your course idea has a high market demand. The question is, will someone pay money to solve the problem your course solves? Okay, because you can have a good idea. The idea can have a high market demand, but are people willing to pay money? A certain amount of money, the price you will charge for your course, are people willing to pay for that? Okay, there are a few ways to ensure there is a market potential for your online course. You have pre-selling your course. You can pre-sell your course. You have competition. Look at your competitors. You can talk to your audience, and you can do keyword research. Okay, pre-selling your online course is a great way to avoid the unfortunate situation of creating a course. You create a course that no one buys. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to pre-sell it. So people buy courses before they're created all the time. So it's one of the best ways to actually launch an online course, I would say, safely. Competition. If you discover competitors selling a similar course online, that's a great thing. It means that there is a revenue stream you can tap into. Okay. Online course marketplaces are a good place to quickly check what's out there and can be a good marketing tool to complement your core online course site. What about talking to your audience? Well, the thing is, if you're not engaging with your audience, you are missing out on a lot of things. So ask them about their challenges and whether or not they would pay for a course to overcome them. It's all about adding value. It's all about being there and just say, listen, I'm going to help you solve your problem. I'm going to help you solve your pain point. And in return, here is what I'm charging you for it. Okay. And also, when it comes to keyword research, by actually using Google's Keywords Planner, you can see how many people are searching for courses like yours on Google. Pay attention to the bid cost. More profitable products tend to have a higher cost per click. Here is a bonus for you. Here's a bonus for you. So, if you want to actually be very clear when it comes to reaching the best of the best when it comes to your audience, make sure that you are able to create magnetic and compelling learning outcomes. Very important. You need to have compelling learning outcomes because people need to know, okay, if I'm paying $1,000 for this course, what is in there for me? Okay, what am I willing to, like, why am I paying this money at all? So a learning outcome has to be compelling, it has to be clear, it has to be captivating, it has to address the specific pain point, the specific problem that your audience or the potential course buyer is looking to solve. Another thing I want you to do if you're trying to create an insanely successful online course is to structure your modules and course plan. Very important. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm having a conversation with you about how to create a very popular online course. Okay. So basically, when we talk about structuring your modules and course plan, there are a couple of things you need to pay attention to. First, you need to plan your course with an instructional design storyboard. Storyboard is really important. A storyboard helps you have the skeleton. You need to have the skeletal structure. You need to have the skeleton that will help you articulate your course. Okay, very important. An instructional design storyboard will help you save a lot of time in the instructional design process. It helps keep your training focused and make sure you hit all the important points in the learning journey before sinking hours into fleshing your online course. And storyboards are not just a tool for planning videos, they can help you map high level learning themes. Okay, for example, you could storyboard your students' learning objectives using a storyboard that covers all the levels of mastery your students needs to master along the way. Okay, so plan your course with an instructional design storyboard. You want to consider how you will structure your online course by creating a course outline. A course outline is important anyway. Okay, you need to you need to consider how you will structure your overall academy. Okay, because a course is part of your academy, and if you want to scale over time, you gotta think in terms of academy, not just in terms of individual course. Okay, this is really important. And one thing I want to say when we talk about academy, see, you have to think about a bundle, not just an individual course. Think about a bundle of courses. This is what's going to help you scale over time. This is what's going to help you attract more students over time and actually, retain them. Because it's not just about having one student come one time and just buying one course and just leave. No, you want your attrition rate to be as close to zero as possible. You want your retention rate to be as high as possible. So this is really important to think in terms of academy. Think in terms of academy and get away from the thought that wants you to think about courses. You're not an online course creator. You are an online academy creator. One thing I want you to do that'll help you a lot also when it comes to creating an instantly successful online course is to determine the most engaging and effective delivery methods for each lesson. The whole thing here is that when you actually are planning a course, you need to think about the best way to deliver it because your audience will resonate with one aspect over another. I mean, will you have videos, reading contents, activities, audio content? What type of visuals will you have? Will you have community learning areas? How will you make your course fun and engaging? Very important, right? Because you want folks to actually enjoy while learning with you. How will you help students with different learning styles? You got to think about the diversity of your student base also, okay? Now, let me give you a few pro tips. When we talk about like having an effective learning content process in place, make sure that you design course content that is engaging. So you want to bring storytelling into your teaching. Make it compelling, make it captivating. You want to create a learning community. You want to host live lessons. Use both synchronous and asynchronous learning. Use gamification to motivate your students and reward smaller milestones. You want to design your course to be accessible. Okay, think about creating your online course with an ideal length in mind. because folks don't want to actually sit down and just listen to you over and over for hours and hours and hours. No matter how interesting you are, no matter how interesting the topic is, you know, you know what it is with nowadays. We have the attention span is very limited, so it's really important to have an ideal length in mind. Okay, and so it's all about the shortest time, the shortest amount of time to get your students from point A to point B. The shorter, the better. You want to consider social elements like learning communities and cohort based learning. Okay, we're all social animals, and lack of social interactions is one of the biggest challenges with self paced online learning. So consider creating an online community for your students as a way to facilitate meaningful connections between you and your students. This will help you a lot. Learning communities complement online courses perfectly because they enable social learning, peer-to-peer support, and student-to-instructor support. And they also help with accountability as students can be paired or placed in cohorts to collaborate on activities and hold each other accountable for learning goals. And this will help you a lot. Okay, so make sure that you have that. And one thing I want to say here is that you really want to have clear learning outcomes and clear tracking goals. You got to have tracking goals. Another thing you can do if you want to create an insanely successful online course is to produce your online course in terms of like you got to go to to the actual production of the online course. We're talking about filming, recording, and editing. By the way, please invest in that part of the process. If you have to outsource the whole thing, outsource it. Okay, we're talking about making sure that the quality is there, because if people are going to pay you for something, you better bring quality to the table. Okay, things you have to understand. Think about what you would pay for, and think about would you be satisfied if something were somebody were to if you were to watch your own video, would you pay for it? Okay, and course creators commonly use a combination of these three recording styles for their content. You have talking heads, you have screen recording, and you have voiceovers. So talking heads are this is when just your upper body is in frame for the video. You may or may not have a green screen behind you for things like presentation slides, visuals, or something else. What about screen recording? This is where you are recording your device's screen. Typically, this is done to walk viewers through a process or demonstrate something digitally that's effective. You may or may not need to be featured on screen. Voiceovers, this is what you're listening to right now. So this is similar to screen recording, except that you are narrating what's happening on screen. And then this is what I'm doing right now. So often this is done for presentations and you're not shown on screen. I mean, obviously you're not seeing me. I don't think you're seeing me, right? Okay. So it's really important to have that. And so you also need to set up your online school. And where you choose to house your online course is everything. Your choice in platform will affect how you collect payments, what kinds of gamification you can include, what your website will look like, and so much more. It's essential you choose an online course platform that fits all of your needs. Okay, it's really important. So as you search for the perfect platform for your course, make sure to look at not only the technical aspect of the platform, but also your marketing options. Ask yourself, what marketing integrations does this platform allow? Can I build a site and or landing pages on this platform? What email marketing features do they offer? What metrics can I track? Those are important elements because it will help you actually have a clear idea of what you're getting yourself into. Another thing I want you to really pay attention to if you are trying to have a hugely successful online course is to establish your pricing structure. This is really important. Okay. Now, price is not everything, but price is important. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you want to be paid. You're not running a charity here. Okay. You're not running a charity. So you're running a for profit business. Okay. And it's important to understand that you want to choose the right price. Now, the question is online courses can range in price from absolutely free to thousands of dollars. To come up with a final price tag, you need to consider a few things. Where does the course fit into your bottom line? In other words, Is it a free lead magnet, a passive income stream on the side, or your primary product? Are you selling a standalone course, a bundle, community, membership, or some combination of this? Because how you package your products will influence the overall design of your course, the value you build into it, and how you market it. And there are not any rules for setting your pricing structure, but the value of the content you deliver will significantly affect how much you can charge, right? So for a starting point, you want to look at what your competitors are charging, because this is important. And if your course is better than what's on the market, then price yours higher than the competition. If your course is not as in-depth or doesn't offer as much, consider revising your course to add more value. And here are three reasons why you should not underprice your online course. Remember, I said you should not. It will hurt your bottom line. If you underprice your online course, it will hurt your bottom line. Your effort is the same anyway, and you cannot reinvest in growth if your margins are too low, because a lower price point on your course results in smaller marketing and advertising budget. Okay, so really important. It's important, and your efforts is the same. The effort to get someone to buy at a lower price point is only marginally easier. So you won't sell twice as many courses by lowballing. Okay, and so it will hurt your bottom line because, hey, listen, if your course is significantly cheaper than your competition, people will assume that it has less value. As a result, you could be driving customers to your competitors, which is counterintuitive, but this is how it is in the market. The next thing I want you to do here is to actually launch your course and market for success. The thing here is that now that you have chosen and validated your topic, created your learning outcomes, okay, gathered and created your course content, you want to set up your school and finalize everything, it's time to launch. Now, when we talk about launching, there are a few things you need to pay attention to, okay? You need to think about how to market things. Would you run early bird discount promotions? Do you have a content marketing plan that will sell your online courses? You need to have that. You need to at least think about that. Will you run ads on Facebook, on Google, on YouTube, on Google, and whatnot? Do you have a list to market to? What about your email marketing strategy? Have you thought about it? Do you even have a list to market to now? Can you partner up with influencers? Okay. Do you have an affiliate marketing strategy in place? Will you run an affiliate program? How will you use social media? So those are questions, and this is not an exhaustive list, but those are things you need to think about to make sure that you are having the right strategy in place. The thing is that you can pre-sell your course. Pre-selling your course means you sell it before you even created it. And it's one of the best ways to protect yourself from wasting time by creating a course no one wants. So to motivate students to enroll early, consider an early bird special for anyone that buys during your pre-sale. Okay. Now, a word of caution though, be prepared to actually create it in the time frame you promised your customers. Failing to deliver on time may lead to unhappy customers and refund requests. You don't want that. Okay. So it's really important. Now, you create a sales page for your online course. You want to create a sales page for your online course. I mean, this is also called a landing page though. Landing page, sales page, those are the main thing. And those are the main things. So a sales page differs from your main homepage. Your sales page only has one goal: to encourage someone to enroll in your course. Here are a few very important features of a landing page, aka sales page. You want to have a compelling headline, an opening story, bullet point. You want to have bullet points. You want to have testimonials for social proof, very important. Credibility, so you want to have the instructor bio, the experience. You want to have FAQs, pricing details with a clear call to action. And you want to have risk reversal, a satisfaction guarantee sort of mention. And you want to use lead magnets to grow your email list. Those are really important because this over time will kind of help you scale your business and also always go from what I was talking to you earlier, go from the course mentality to the academy mentality, because you start making money when if you have an academy as opposed to a course. The last thing I want you to do if you want to create an insanely successful online course is to build your community. You need to understand, I think I spoke earlier about cohort-based learning. Okay, we are social animals. I want to go back to that point that I made earlier. We are social animals, all of us, you, me, everybody else, and we love to learn. We love to compete against each other. We love to learn in society. Okay, if you really think about it, back in the days when you were in school, have you ever seen a school where you only have one student? No, you have an entire classrooms, right? You have an entire classroom because school and learning is not just about the learning aspect of things; it's also about the socialization. So you want to build your community, and so it's important to focus on that. And what will happen here is that you are able to actually be there for your students by building your an online community. You will give your students the space to ask you questions, share their learning, and give you feedback directly or indirectly about what your course does well and what it might be missing. An online community can only function as an extension of your marketing strategy. When you own a community, you have constant access to your target market. You can use this access to build your authority in your niche and generate more revenue. Just remember, as the community leader, it's also your responsibility to keep the machine oiled and the wheels turning. This could look like sharing themed posts for each day of the week, asking questions to spark conversation, answering questions yourself or calling on others to share their tips, enforcing rules and guidelines to ensure the safety of your members, okay? And more importantly, it is your responsibility to make sure that you give more than you ask. Your students will quickly see through if your community is nothing more than a thinly veiled marketing guise. So whatever you do, put people first. Don't put your wallet first. Don't put money first. Put people first, okay? Very important. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Here is a recap for you. So, how do you create an insanely successful online course? Number one, you want to pick the course topic. Number two, ensure market there is a demand for your topic. Number three, create learning outcomes. Number four, you want to structure modules and course plan. Number five, you want to determine delivery methods for each lesson. Number six, you want to produce your online course. Number seven, you want to set up your online school. Number eight, establish your pricing structure. Number nine, you want to launch your course and market it. Number 10, you want to build your community. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.